What's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. A boxing update. Got quite a few updates. I've been out of town on work, back in town, back to doing videos. So let me talk about last weekend's smorgasbord of great boxing that was going on. I mean, I really enjoyed the Adonis Stevenson versus Topdog Williams fight. That was a great fight. Yes, it only went 4 rounds, I know, but it was a lot of exchanges in there. Topdog is a little wild, but he was in there trying to make adjustments. When his first approach wasn't working, he went to kind of like the peekaboo stance to try to walk down Adonis Stevenson. He started, he had a little bit of success. You know, he's dancing a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And after he caught Adonis Stevenson a few times, which he did. And Adonis Stevenson got a decent chin because Topdog caught him with some clean shots. But damn, man, Stevenson and that left hand. I mean, everybody say, oh, he only uses one hand. I understand that, and I agree. He paused with the right, but he's all about that left. But when that left connect, it's a wrap. It's not even like when you play Knockout Kings or something like that, where somebody hits you solid, then your screen go black and gray and shit, and you just be like, you know what I'm saying, a little off balance. Stevenson put you out. It's a wrap. Like, Topdog had his hand down, and he came over the top with a vicious left counter shot, clean. You could see the fucking sweat come off of Topdog's head, and you could also see his body relax. And when anybody falls face forward after getting hit like that, it's a wrap. I mean, he was coherent and able to communicate with his corner, but it's a wrap. He was not getting up. That was a clean shot. He went down face first. But I will say this, I do want to see Topdog fight again. I think that he could be a really, really good fighter down the line. He might need a little better training not to be as wild and throw a little shorter punches instead of these looping punches and a little bit wild. But he made some adjustments. He showed me a lot in there. I think he has a lot of potential in the future. I just think he was a little bit too green for someone of Adonis Stevenson's caliber. Adonis Stevenson can be hit, though. So I feel like if I learned anything, even though he won in a dramatic fashion by knockout, that Adonis Stevenson did show some chinks in the armor and is beatable. I think that him versus Ward would be a very interesting fight, or him versus Kovalev. Any one of those. I want to see those people all fight each other. That's what I want to see in the light heavyweight division. But it was an excellent performance by Adonis Stevenson. Great 4th round knockout. Then we got Carl Frampton from across the pond going against LA native Leo Santa Cruz. Great fight. I mean, me and my boys were watching the fight beforehand, and some people didn't know who Carl Frampton was, and they're all like, oh, he about to get washed, he too little, he too this and that. And I was trying to tell him ahead of time, like, hey, he's a slick little dude, but he's a slick boxer. He doesn't move like the typical how you would think he would move. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a little rhythm, he's a little herky-jerky, you know what I'm saying? And, man, Carl Frampton showed his skill set in this fight. Pot-shotting, avoiding shots, counter-punching. He really controlled the second half of that fight for the most part. But what I don't like is Santa Cruz was not fighting like the taller, bigger man. He was hunching over, wanting to exchange. Instead of controlling, he could have controlled him with the jab all day. No problem, he could have controlled him with the jab. All he had to do was fight him like he fought Amara. The same way, control him with the jab, use your distance, use your height. Instead, he's lunching over trying to engage with Frampton. And Frampton is fast, and he was catching it. He buzzed him a couple times. Frampton buzzed it. And I'm not saying that this wasn't like Santa Cruz wasn't getting it in. He was getting it in, but he made the fight a lot harder than he needed to. And, you know, that sucker shit after the fight talking about, you know, I want to be in LA for my fans and all that sucker shit. It was a great fight. I would love to see a rematch. It was competitive the whole way through. There was no lulls in action. They were letting their hands go. It was just Frampton was the slicker fighter. He fights more like not to be racist, like more like he moves and fights more like a black fighter's movements, and he got head movement, like he's shifty like that, and that was giving Santa Cruz some problems, to be honest. Like, it wasn't, Frampton could have, you know, went out to the club after that fight, no problem, like he was straight. He showed me a lot moving up a weight division to fight a champion of Santa Cruz's caliber. And then off of breaking Scott Quiggs, y'all, I don't want to overhype it, but he might be in the pound for pound rankings now, possibly. I don't know if he can fight Rigondeaux, but I would love to see for Carl Frampton Rigondeaux. That would be a very interesting fight because I give Carl Frampton probably one of the best chance out of anybody to be able to hang or beat Rigondeaux besides maybe Lomachenko. But it was a great fight by Santa Cruz and by Frampton. But Frampton did win. I believe he deserved to win. There was no draw necessary, none of that. Frampton controlled most of that fight besides the first quarter, first 25%. Don't be fooled. So, and then what else we got to talk about? Man, dude, yo, if Manny Pacquiao fight Fernando Vargas, you know what, my bad. I called you Fernando Vargas. Oh, wow. Jesse Vargas, there should be an all-out boycott. Because if you guys were going to go in on Mayweather for fighting Berto, and it's okay for Pacquiao to fight Jesse Vargas, come on, man. That there can't be that type of double standard. I mean, damn. Jesse Vargas is who this dude thinking about fight pay-per-view? After you said you would fight Crawford, but when you saw what Crawford did, the post out, you didn't want the smoke, and us as fans are supposed to be accepting of this? There needs to be outrage if this fight actually gets signed. I can't even think about it. I don't even want to talk about it anymore until it's finalized. I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. This is my boxing update. Subscribe, comment, hit that like button. Gone.